Hello, this time again I'm going to talk about another interesting web designing tools or it's a web authoring tool which is useful for the teachers to design very interactive chapters, interactive page or interactive lesson. So how do you do it? So that is very important. So I'm going to demonstrate to you later. However, let us understand what is interactive, why interactive lesson chapters are important for the teachers to design. The name of the tool that we are about to use is Web Authoring Tool. So we will be preparing a resource which is web-based and it's open access to the children or for the learner. So this page would be very interactive. So the purpose of this unit is to design interactive web page, incorporate any interactive media from outside. So we have already learned about the media. So now how can we add media to the page? Build effective chapters with a simple content and proper navigations. So there should be enough tool for navigating back and forth. Then finally, I will also introduce you the EXE learning tool at the end. How can we use EXE learning tool? So now I like you all to install free EXE learning tool which is available for anyone who would like to use. This is available for both Macs as well as for Windows. Now, how to make it interactive? When do we need interactive? As a teacher, we know we should have a chapter which are very interactive. We should have a page which are very interactive. We should have lessons which are interactive, meaning it should engage the learner. It should be very immersive. It should really take in the students and deeply engross into learning. So these are three areas that we are going to look at. So interactive web designing helps to design interactive, engaging and immersive chapters. When I say interactive, engaging, immersive, it is not the teacher, but it's the students. So any learner, when they go to the web page, they should be engaged totally into their own learning. Encourage creativity and in designing. So these kind of activities, this kind of designing really keeps is open of the teacher's thinking and also brings a lot of innovations, because there is no pattern or a specific format how to work. So it is all in the hand of teachers how creatively one designs interactive lesson. Design should be a learner friendly and should encourage continuous learning. To create or develop an accessible content in HTML format. So this should not be very strict and it should be played on any of the browser. To generate a complete wave with the navigation. So ultimately what we are going to look at is we wanted to see that our page is very friendly, user friendly, and it can be navigated from front and back, as well as we can move any directions, and it gives good directions, and it includes very interactive questions. You can add all kinds of media and also the different types of questions and activities. So this page is not like a web page that we see on any websites. These would be very user friendly, as well as there will be lot of directions and interactions with the users. Now, when we say interactivity, we always talked about interactivity at 4 levels. When we talk about interactivity, it is you ask the questions and you get the response. So, such levels are being categorized into 4 different categories. Number 1 is simple linear informations, meaning the information is just represented, no interactivity, no interaction takes place. This is just an information placed, so it is a linear presentation of material. You read one material, go to next, read material, go to next, read material. There is no interactions, okay? And that is called 0 level. Do you like to have such kind of information where you read one information another, keep on reading, keep on reading, keep on reading? There is no interactions, okay? So that is a 0 level. Coming to the level 1 interaction is level 1 is there will be interactivity. The information is presented, a learner will be asked to respond the materials. So there will be, as you read one materials, there will be few questions asked based on that materials. If you respond correctly, you can, whether you respond correctly or not, but still you can go to next. So once you have written to the once you have reached to the next level, sorry, not a level, next material, you read that material again. After reading, there will be a questions, whether you answer correctly or not, but it will allow you to go to next. So such kind of questions in fact helps the learner to rethink what they have learned, and this will drill them to practice again and again. Coming to second level of interactions, this is more branching and this is more rigorous, because if you read the materials, given materials, there will be a lot of questions asked. If you know the questions, if you know how to answer the questions, then you will be allowed to move to next material. You read that materials, and once you have finished that material reading, you will be asked questions. If you know that, you will be allowed to continue. However, if the first material that you read, you have read the material, if you did not know, come back, you will be sent back to read same materials because you didn't know how to answer the question. So this will make repeat again and again unless you become masters. Once you become master, you know everything, you know how to answer the question, then you are allowed to move to next next material. You do same thing for all others. So these kind of interactions really gives a grounding and mastery of the subject knowledge. So this is a second level. Now coming to third level, the stimulus determine the level of instructions. Now in this case, what kind of person is this? Based on the ability, you get the materials. For example, if you read the materials and the question would be asked, if you have a very brilliant answers and a lot of thought-provoking answers, then you will be taken to one direction. If you have a lousy answer and then not good answer, then you will be taken to another rounds, okay, another line. So these interaction really sort out the people's ability and skills to respond the materials according to questions. So these categories, see, if the one direction follows upper level and there is a lower level, so similarly it keeps on branching. These kind of interaction really help to segment the informations and also know the respondents accurately, their abilities, their skill to respond the materials. So now with this, what is very important is to understand 0 level, 1 level, 2 level and 3 level. Have you seen how same materials is read by all the students, how they respond? Sometimes somebody responds very well, somebody do not respond well, and they will be classified. If you look at 3 level, you will see they will be classified at a different categories based on their answers. However, it doesn't mean that they are sent to different classes, but they are looped differently and they get a different material to read. And one who is a lower category would read easier materials. However, at the end, they all have to know to read all the materials. But only thing is, interactivity in the classrooms are varying, okay? So this is very interesting. This is the reasons why we need to have different types of interactivity in the web page while we design. So in designing, we need to keep in mind what is zero level. Zero level is like using a textbook and asking the children to read, because there is no interactivity. Keep on reading, keep on reading. While coming to the second level, if they read, then there will be a lot of questions would be asked. Without knowing the questions or knowing the questions, you are still made to go through this, okay? So there is an interactions. These kind of things makes you aware as well as drill the content. Coming to second one, it is very much because unless you know the perfect answer, you are not allowed to go upper layer. You will bounce back. You will be bounced back. So this would be very interesting to drill the content. Okay, and fourth level is the highest level, and this helps the students to be in a different categories. If it is wrong, they will be already categorized. But however, they have to repeat. If person is very brilliant, know everything, will get new information which are very challenging. So these impact is very inclusive interactions here. All right, now with this, I hope you all have these EXE learning tools. You need to install to your machine. Now next is I'm going to share you how to design a web page using EXE.